This is actually our first hero to have a completely custom model and animations. Viscous Ooze was the winner of a custom hero contest years ago, and is our coder's Sword Bacon's baby. And let me tell you, this is one disgusting baby. Viscous Ooze is a strength range hero that was designed to have a presence throughout the entire game, with some very unique mechanics that allow you to drastically change your item build as the game progresses. Slime Trail is a toggleable ability that will leave a trail of filth wherever you roam. This ability does not cost mana, instead you will expend 3% of your max HP per second. The slime puddles will do 50 plus 3% of max HP in damage per second to enemies, and slow them by 6% per second, which is stacking by the way, all of this lasting 3 seconds. The puddles will give Ooze a 16% movement speed bonus, in addition to providing vision for him and the ability to terrain walk while it's active. Each slime puddle lasts for 20 seconds. Split Oozeling is an instant target ability. It has a passive component that will gain charges for every 100 damage taken, with a maximum 6 charges being available. When activated, you will expend these charges and little Oozelings will pop out of Viscous Ooze. The cost of this ability is also interesting. You temporarily lose 5 strength per Oozeling, and you will expend 20 mana per Oozeling on each cast. Oozlings are controllable units that will explode on enemies when they come in contact. Each one will deal 120 damage in a 300 radius over 3 seconds, and slow for 16%. Sticky Membrane is a passive ability that will give Viscous Ooze a 15% chance to absorb attacks from enemies. If triggered, he will heal for 2.25 times the amount he was damaged, and will disarm the enemies for 3.5 seconds. This, however, will not work past 350 range. Consume Items is Viscous Ooze's ultimate ability. When activated and after a short delay, he will consume all items in his backpack and will gain 1.2 strength per 100 gold. Now that 100 gold is based off the amount they were purchased for. It will then go on cooldown based on how expensive the items were. You cannot consume items that are normally consumable. Treasure Magic is a sub-ability that comes with your ultimate. When activated, it will convert one strength stat that you gain from your item consumption into 150 gold, meaning you'll earn 50% more gold for the item you consume. Magnum Scepter is available for this year. When purchased, your Oozlings will create a 350 AoE slime puddle when they explode. Here are the talents for this hero. At level 10, it's a choice between 4 armor or 2 mana regen. At level 15, it's plus 75 Oozling movement speed or plus 25 movement speed for your hero. At level 20, it's 10% spell amp or 35 attack speed. And at level 25 is a choice between plus 15 second slime trail duration or plus 3 max Oozling charges. So this hero is hard to decipher without seeing the community actually play him, but I'll do my best. His first ability is great for farming and ganking. Being able to terrain walk is huge, and in addition being able to slow heroes while boosting your own movement speed can be quite powerful. His W is good for chasing or bursting people down, but be wary of the temporary loss of HP. His passive will help tremendously on the defensive end, not only gaining HP, but disarming enemies that are within 350 range. But all in all, his ultimate is what I find the most interesting. There's the aspect in which you'll gain tons of strength for eating items, which will make you even harder to kill. He's kind of like Morphling in some ways, but instead of agility and strength, it's strength and gold. But I think the most interesting part of this mechanic is the fact that you can theoretically buy very cheap and efficient early game items, such as drums, vanguard, urn, health, even Vlad's potentially. The reason you can do this is because you get use out of them when they're truly effective and then end up getting a refund plus 50%. There's no risk involved. You could also potentially just buy super farming items and accelerate your gold even faster. You don't have to worry about your items losing their effectiveness. Oh, you ran out of drum charges and it's 30 minutes in the game? No problem, just sell it and buy something bigger. Of course, the bigger the item you do sell, the longer it will be on cooldown, so you have to plan ahead. But I like the idea of being able to buy cheap items to start, and then selling them in order to buy ridiculous items in the mid to late game. We're really interested to see how this hero works in the hands of the community. So have at it, friend, and let us know what you think by joining the Discord community. Also, if you're an artist and have any assets you'd like us to use, or if you'd just like to help out, email us at community@dotacinema.com. Things that we would love some extra help on would be animation and modeling. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for a lot more content around this mod. Guys, this is Sunspan with an introduction to Lasal, our newest hero implemented into the community interested in trying this mod out, simply search for Chip in the DOTA 2 arcade. You can also join our Discord community at discord.gg/sunspan. Credits for this hero are listed on the screen. Lethal is the winner of our community contest a few months back. He has changed slightly from what you remember, but the core concept is intact. He's an intelligence hero that can deal massive amounts of damage while being very tough to control. Divine Intervention is a single target channeling ability. When channeled on an enemy, and after being initially mini-stunned, the target's armor and movement speed will be reduced. Their movement speed is reduced by 25% per second, and armor by 1.75 per second. This ability can be channeled for a total of 10 seconds. To stop this skill from affecting them, an enemy needs to either stun or silence the channeler, or simply run 900 units away, as that is the breaking point. Mystic Twister is a point target channeling ability. When channeled, Lethal will deal 150 physical damage per second in a 300 radius. This can be channeled for up to 10 seconds and has a 1 second cooldown. Please note that this ability will grant true sight to the area in question, and will also only deal half damage to creeps. Conviction is a single target channeling skill. While this is channeled on an allied hero or yourself, it will grant 70% status resistance and 50 HP regeneration. As you've probably guessed, the max channeling time is 10 seconds, and similar to his first skill, will break after 900 units. Okay, are you still with me? Because this is where the hero really starts to make sense. His ultimate is named Superposition, and it's a point target ability. The unique mechanic with this ultimate is that you can put points into it at levels 3, 10, and 17. With this ability, you will instantly teleport yourself to a location up to 600 units away while leaving an illusion behind yourself. If you are channeling an ability when you use this skill, the illusion will continue to channel that ability for you. A level 3 superposition will grant you 3 charges to this skill. The illusions last for 10 seconds, and you can still control them like any other illusion, meaning you can cancel the channeling and have them join forces with you for that duration. In terms of the right click, they will deal 50% damage, while taking 200% in turn. A charge is refilled every 15 seconds. Aghanim Scepter can be purchased by Lethal and will grant him with 1 extra max charge to superposition. Okay, now let's go over his talents and then we can wrap up with some basic gameplay tips. For talents at level 10, there's a choice between 25% XP gain or 200 HP. At level 15, it's plus 30 Mystic Twister DPS or plus 100 Mystic Twister radius. At level 20, it's minus 100% superposition illusion damage taken. This ends up meaning they will take the same amount of damage as your regular hero. Or superposition grants a 2-second invisibility. And at level 25, it's a choice between 250 cast range or plus 1 superposition charge. So with Aghanims, you can technically have up to 5 charges of this ultimate. Okay, now for general gameplay. Here are your basic combos, my friends. Everything is pretty much reliant on your ultimate. Typically, you'd start with the Q, Divine Intervention, which will mini-stun and slow your target. You follow that up with the old R button, aka Superposition, and then cast Mystic Twister. Now, because this ability only has a 1-second cooldown, you can just keep popping that ult and creating more and more Mystic Twisters, which do stack, by the way. This deals an incredible amount of damage, but of course relying solely on your first ability to slow the target will be difficult, so some coordination with the team will be necessary. His E, Conviction, can obviously be used as a support tool for your hard carry who jumps into the fight, but if you want to get greedy, just use it on yourself while popping up all over the place with Superposition. Also remember that you can control your illusions, so if they're channeling a Mystic Twister on absolutely nothing, just highlight them and have them push the lanes or hit some heroes. Of course, they only last a total of 10 seconds, but they can still deal a decent amount of damage regardless. If I had to note anything else, I would say to definitely use your Mystic Twister to push lanes and get easy gold. Sure, it only does half damage to creeps, but that should definitely be good enough for those purposes. Also keep in mind that you are able to dodge projectiles with the instant teleport of Superposition. Overall, I don't really know the position of this hero. At first glance, I'd say mid, as I don't really see him being that great as a support since his disables are a bit on the weak side. From the whole game standpoint though, he can push lanes very easily, and if you have quick fingers, can be very difficult to lock down. The reason I like this hero is because while there's definitely a high ceiling for him with really talented players, I think the floor is also high, because micro on him isn't really required. It's more of an icing on the cake kind of deal. We're really interested to see how this works in the hands of you, the community. So have at it, friends, and let us know what you think by joining our Discord community. Also, if you're an artist and have any assets you'd like us to use, or if you'd just like to help out, email us at community@dotacinema.com. Things that we would absolutely love some extra help on would be animation and modeling. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a lot more content around this mod coming soon.